Cam Gregg here from One Agency West Coast. Well, today I'd like to share with you the topic of demand and competition, the market. Essentially, there are three big subjects sellers end up coming back to. Number one is your motivation, which we talk about in our first video. Number two is the market you're selling in, especially demand. Is it there right now? Well, number three is possibly the most important part in all of this, and that is the difference between the estimated market value that we come up with as agents and the asking price that you decide on. Just think, if you got an offer on the second day of marketing in a raging seller's market, that's an entirely different offer than one on the second day of a raging buyer's market. One you might consider, but not necessarily take. The other, you'd be wise to really think about. You see, different market characteristics mean different decisions for you to make. As far as demand goes, no demand or even slow demand for a house like yours means just one thing: the days on market can blow out. I've seen down south in the southwest where no one was buying at the time and the average days on market for a property was 6 months. Now that's a long time if you're planning on moving to a new job in say 1 month. We need to factor that into the plan as we work through the best way to meet your objectives. In some cases, even a property price below the market may still take a long time to sell if the demand is not there. So instead of getting anxious and worrying about, no one likes my home, well, we need to understand the dynamics that are at play here. One of the other things worth considering is how much competition do we have out there? Are there lots and lots of homes like yours for sale? Or is yours a sort of one-off type place that doesn't really have much competition at all? Again, they're things that we need to know as we work through this whole transaction. So do some homework on this. You need to get an understanding of the dynamics of your market. Well, the three different markets you may be selling in make a huge difference to your decisions. When you're in a buyer's market, the first indication we see is less buyers that are inquiring. There's less homes and less general inquiry during the week. There'll be more for sale signboards everywhere, more listings generally in your neighbourhood, more advertised on the internet, and so on. One of the reasons for that is the average days on market blow out. In some cases, houses can take, on average, up to 150 days to sell. That's 5 months. Competition can build. More homes for sale means the possibility of more just like yours for sale. There are more properties for buyers to choose from. There's simply less sales taking place in a buyer's market. Prices in these markets can be stalled or dropping, and the buyers have the power here, especially during the negotiation process. If you don't engage with their price, they simply walk down the road to their next property for sale. Auction results, well, they're low for under the hammer sales. Overall, the process might get the result, but on the actual day of auction, or in the industry what's known as under the hammer, results can drop. Now let's compare that with the opposite, the seller's market, and what has been happening, over east. Well, there are more buyers around, more at home opens. This can create pressure to make decisions. Less homes for sale, less for sale signs, and less advertised on the internet. This means there's less to choose from for the buyers, creating more pressure. The average days on market drops down. It can be as low as 20 days here. Less stock means less competition on your home. The volume of sales is higher. Prices can be firm or rising, and the seller has the power here. If you don't buy my house today, there'll be another buyer along really soon. And lastly, results under the hammer going up 90+% is not uncommon in a great seller's market. The third is the balanced market, and this is where the sales are matching the houses coming onto the market. In this market, a particular house might put itself into one or another of these markets. A great house might put you in a strong selling position. And did you know that a really astute and sharp agent can actually create your market? Well, this is one of the things that we can talk about, as some of our best and most recent results have come in areas that we've never previously sold in. So there you have it. If this video has been helpful, we'd really appreciate you liking our page. Again, my name's Cam Gregg, and thanks for watching.